like to show you a remote control dummy launcher I made for training my dog. Rich. Heel. Yeah. Made up of several parts. This is just a steel frame I made. Got two cross supports and a support going back. There's a hinge here with a bolt in it so you can take it apart and separate it into two parts. It's powered by these rubber bands that are hooked to the frame with eyelets and twist ties. And then there's a pouch that I also bought commercially. To load it, place it in there, pull it back, and arm the remote control. I'd like to show you a little close-up of how the remote works now. This is the pouch that I bought commercially. It's loaded with a retrieving dummy. Comes with that handle, and hooked on the handle I have just a key ring, and that key ring goes back to a release for bow and arrow. Part of it that goes around your wrist is taken off, and then that release is attached to this support by a little piece of angle iron that is bolted to the frame. There's a string that connects the release to this actuator. This is actually a car door lock actuator I bought on eBay. They're about $3 or $4 a piece. That goes back and is connected to the remote, and the remote is a smaller black box there, and it's connected. Here's the part that you hold in your hand. You push a button and it lets the thing go. There's a little antenna here that you can see going back to the receiver. When it comes from the manufacturer, that's all coiled up inside that box. You got to make sure you take that out or it won't have any range at all. These are about $10–12 a piece for the remote, and that's connected to a power supply which contains 8 AA 1.5 volt batteries that produces 12 volts that power the whole thing. I bought one with a little on-off switch here. Don't know if you can see it, but that way you can turn it off when you're not using it. I attached it all to just a piece of pine board. I used a bicycle tube here, and it's stapled under there. That way you can slip those things out. The same with the actuator. Has the rubber off a bicycle tube holding it down in there. And then I drilled a hole down in that wood to hold this tube on the actuator, and that keeps it from jumping around. And I just attached a pine board with a bolt going down through there. So it's pretty simple. It doesn't cost you very much to make the whole thing. And basically how it works is you push a button, the receiver gets the signal, pulls in the door actuator, pulls on this string, and releases the bow trigger. I'll shoot it off now just to show you. Pretty simple to make, inexpensive. The remote has a fairly good range as long as there's not a lot of vegetation or something in between the remote control and the receiver. I hope it helps you build one of your own. I had fun doing it, and good luck.